perfect professional record. 5 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 186 pounds. Fighting out of state Pennsylvania, Bo Nickal.
The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra.
When you look at Bo Nickal, what do you see? Do you see an overhyped prospect? Do you see Dana White privilege? Do you see a wrestler with average striking? Because that's what a lot of people see. They see the wrestling credentials. They see the UFC push, the hype, and they think, okay, this guy is being forced down our throats. And honestly, maybe they're right. Maybe Bo Nickal is overhyped. Maybe he is getting special treatment. But there's one thing people probably don't see when they look at Bo Nickal, a future champion. And that might be their mistake, because it's easy to say that Bo Nickal will amount to nothing. And it's much, much harder to make a 10-minute long video saying the exact opposite. But that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Because today, I'm gonna tell you why I think Bo Nickal might become UFC champion, starting with the most obvious reason.
Oh, he's got the chin! Bo is so tough right here! Look at the finish! And he does! Nickal with the championship for himself!
I live for it, alright? I train every day so I can come out here and be an NCAA champion. We can win team titles at Penn State. That's what we do.
Bo Nickal has one of the most illustrious careers in American college wrestling history. 3-time NCAA national champion, 4-time NCAA finalist, 3-time Big Ten champion, and of course, the Dan Hodge Trophy winner. This is not a normal wrestling resume. This is one of those resumes where if you list it too fast, it starts sounding like propaganda. So when people say Bo Nickal is just a wrestler with average striking, I understand what they mean. But the problem is, calling Bo Nickal just a wrestler is doing a disservice to the word just. Because Bo's credentials speak for themselves, loudly. So loudly, in fact, that a lot of people find it annoying. And I get it. Wrestling doesn't always translate to MMA. We've seen great wrestlers come over and realize very quickly that getting punched in the face changes the entire equation. But when it does translate, when that good old-fashioned American wrestling actually works in MMA, you get some of the most dominant fighters the sport has ever seen. Because elite wrestling is not just about takedowns. It's control. It's pressure. It's discipline. It's good, hard American values. It's waking up early. It's loving your dog more than your wife. It's the ability to force another grown man to do something he does not want to do over and over again until he starts questioning every decision that led him there. And that is the foundation that Bo Nickal is bringing into the UFC. Not flash, not style, not beautiful kickboxing, just pure red, white, and blue wrestling. And that matters because Bo already has that one thing you can't fake, the champion mindset, the ability to win and win and win again until everyone else in the room is sick of hearing about it. And if that's not what the founding fathers dreamed of, then I don't know what is.
I can take thoughts that are happening in other people from like a room I'm in and pick them up in my own head. So this is something to be aware of, because if something comes into my mind and it's weird and I'm in like a social setting, like those thoughts, it might be from another person that is like coming to my head. And I've had this happen to me many times where I'll have like a weird thought pop in my head. And if I'm with people that I'm comfortable with and I'm like, were you just thinking about this? And they're like, yeah, I actually was.
Saturday, May 9th, 2026. Bo Nickal appeared on a podcast, and at first, everything seemed completely normal. Regular questions, regular answers, regular Bo. And then, out of nowhere, he revealed something truly unbelievable. Bo Nickal made the claim that he was actually telepathic. And for a moment, the world stopped spinning, because this man is already one of the most credentialed wrestlers in the UFC. He already has the resume, the hype, the UFC favor, and now he can also read minds? What does that mean for the rest of the UFC? Because if this is true, if Bo Nickal really has some kind of sixth sense, then this changes everything. Now, when he shoots a takedown, he's not just reacting to your hips, he's reacting to your thoughts. Picture this. You're standing across from him thinking, I'm gonna throw my jab. And he's thinking, I heard that. Slip. Counter. You're thinking about circling left, he's already there. You're thinking about framing, he's already inside. You're thinking about defending the single leg, congratulations, he's already moved on to the next takedown that you didn't even know existed yet. And this is what could really put Bo on another level. Because with most fighters, you can see the exchange happen in real time. They react, they adjust, they make reads. But with Bo Nickal, the only thing he's reading is your mind. And the scary thing is, I don't know how you train for that. You can bring in wrestlers, you can drill sprawls, you can work underhooks, you can practice getting back to the fence. But how do you prepare for someone who always knows what you're gonna do before you do it? Bo Nickal might not just be physically ahead of these guys, he might be mentally 2 exchanges in the future, waiting for them to catch up. And if that's true, the UFC middleweight division has a serious problem, because at that point, it's no longer mixed martial arts. It's psychic warfare with takedowns.
Bo Nickal, why are you on the main card of UFC 300? Why have the UFC done this? We're all confused. Everyone's asking the same question.
Wasting a spot on unranked middleweights, Bo Nickal, coming off 1 win, and Kyle Dorcas. I'm sorry, but this does not belong on the biggest, baddest card of the year or the biggest, baddest card of all time.
Okay, let's be honest here. Bo Nickal has privilege, not normal privilege, not my dad knows the manager privilege. I'm talking about Dana White privilege. I'm talking about fighting on UFC 300, one of the biggest cards in the company's history, in your 3rd fight privilege, only to turn around 2 years later and fight on the next biggest card in UFC history. Because some fighters have to climb the mountain the hard way. They have to win 6 fights in a row, beg for a ranked opponent, get ignored, fight a 38-year-old Brazilian on the prelims, and then maybe, just maybe, they might get an opportunity to fight on a pay-per-view. But not Bo. Bo is different. Bo is not climbing the mountain. Bo is being carefully escorted up the mountain by the UFC. And honestly, can you blame them? He's American. He's marketable. He has the wrestling resume. He may or may not be able to read minds. And that matters, because becoming champion is not just about being good. It's timing. It's matchmaking. It's opportunity. It's momentum. It's getting the right fight at the right time on the right card while the company quietly holds the door open and pretends it was unlocked the whole time. So when people say Bo has Dana White privilege, yeah, they're probably right. But maybe that's not a weakness. Maybe that's the whole point. Because if the UFC is really behind him, and the wrestling really is that good, and nobody has officially ruled out whether he has telepathy or not, then Bo Nickal might not need the hardest road. He might just need the road the UFC has already paved for him. So what am I really saying? Am I saying Bo Nickal is definitely going to become UFC champion? No. That would be crazy. But what I'm saying is, maybe. Maybe the hype is annoying. Maybe the UFC push is a little too obvious. Maybe the striking still needs work. But when you combine the credentials, the wrestling, the UFC machine, and the fact that Bo may or may not have access to other people's thoughts, things start to get a little uncomfortable. Because Bo doesn't need to be perfect. He just needs to be good enough. Good enough to take advantage of the opportunities he's given. Good enough to beat the favorable matchups when they come. Good enough to let the wrestling do what the wrestling does. And if that happens, the guy everyone laughed at for being overhyped might end up becoming exactly what the UFC wanted him to be the whole time. A champion.